Protecting your money, a new breed of criminal is quietly stealing homes and land from unsuspecting owners in Ohio. They're called title pirates. They're people who file phony quitclaim deeds, giving them ownership of a home that actually belongs to someone else. 10 TV's Kevin Landers shares the story of how one woman fell victim and what you can do to protect your home.
Put yourself in Robin Mobley's shoes.
During the time that I was fighting, I was recovering from lung cancer.
She's talking about her home.
It's worth fighting for. My family grew up in the home. My children grew up in the home. I have a son that can live in this property. Yeah, so it's worth it.
A home Mobley says was snatched away without her knowing.
I saw the deed and I was like, I didn't sign that. I didn't do that document.
Mobley's home was paid off and she was planning to sell it. She says the buyer agreed to buy the home and pay the property taxes.
When did you first realize that you had been scammed?
Actually, I got a letter in the mail from Montgomery County.
While she was still living here, she says the buyer filed a quitclaim deed, giving him ownership without her knowing. It wasn't until years after she moved out that she learned the home was no longer in her name.
That was in 2023, 11 years after the buyer filed this quitclaim deed. Mobley says not only was her signature forged, but so was the notary stamp. And one other thing, her marital status was omitted from the document, a red flag for authorities.
They were going to foreclose on the property, and I was like, foreclose on the property for what? And that's how I found out about the taxes.
The tax bill, about $17,000. Blindsided, Mobley says she went to the auditor's office and the prosecutor's office, fighting to prove her signature was forged. It didn't work. By law, she had to go to trial to prove her innocence. She represented herself and won.
I had to have a trial. I had to go to court. I had to prove. I had to file things just to say, hey, this is my property. I did not sign this, and it took a lot of time and a lot of effort.
The victory was short-lived. The attorney representing the now deceased defendant fought back.
The attorney that's representing the deceased person that stole my property, he filed in second appellate court.
Mobley won that case too, but there's a chance the case could be appealed to the Ohio Supreme Court. Franklin County Auditor Michael Stinziano helped launch the Deed Fraud Strike Force in 2024. Out of concern for this growing problem, he says lawmakers need to empower auditors with more power to stop the so-called title pirates.
We would like a little more authority, maybe slow down the process, be able to ask additional questions.
He says less than 1% of Franklin County deeds are fraudulent, but current law doesn't provide any guidance or authority to the county auditor to stop a fraudulent transfer from occurring when the deed is filled out correctly. And Franklin County doesn't require both parties to appear for a quitclaim deed.
I know, again, other counties are requiring both parties showing up. If that's deemed the best practice, we'll implement it.
To combat deed fraud, Franklin County created a free electronic property notification system. Homeowners who sign up get immediate alerts to any actions on their homes. 36,000 people have joined.
Even though you get the alert about it, the county is still going to make you get an attorney.
It's a system Mobley didn't have access to. She now urges homeowners to sign up to protect their deeds from title pirates, an experience she doesn't wish on anyone.
When I was sick dealing with the cancer and recovering from cancer, I couldn't stop fighting. That's how upset I was.
Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
Well, Robin Mobley filed a claim against the county for back property taxes and water bills, claiming she shouldn't have to pay. She says the estate of the man who filed the fake deed should be responsible.